Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another solo leveling Arise video, and this is going to be an in-depth guide for HWANG DONGSOO. He is a pretty strong wind-based hunter, obviously SSR, and we'll go into his weapon skills, artifacts, and also a playtest towards the end of this video. And I don't have him like fully advanced with like his weapon, and I didn't get any dupes for him yet, but I am working on that. But even without that stuff, he's still pretty strong, so you can see his potential in this video is going to be pretty insane. So I'll just jump into the weapon first. Now, I don't have his weapon, so I have the Ancient Grimoire. This is just going to give you power gauge, so that's not bad to have. There are a couple of weapons that are, of course, better that you guys should be going for if you want to build them fully out. I'll go ahead and check it out here in the crafting. So obviously, he has his own hunter weapon. This is very good. Basically increases his damage. And helps with some of his abilities that stack, and then he scales off defense, so having that defense is nice as well. If you don't have his weapon and maybe you don't want to go like the Grimoire for the power gauge, if you have an extra Bach weapon here, the whatever this is called, the suppressed white tiger soul, this also, you're not going to get the passive ability down below, but it is the other weapon that does have some extra defense here, so this isn't bad to go either. There's a couple options here that you have, but hopefully if you guys have his weapon, you should just go that. And then going back to his character here, we'll go into his skills next. He does some pretty strong abilities here just in terms of straight damage output. I'll just go into the first one here, so urge to kill. So this is basically, it can be used up to 3 times. His other one, Greed Scavenger, this just does airborne, but the point of these skills, if we go ahead and take a look at his passive here, you guys can kind of read through this, but basically by using his skills, I believe it's the urge to kill here, it's going to stack up his defense by 3% up to 5 times, so if you do the math, 15% increased defense, which is also increased damage because he scales off defense. And then once that is fulfilled, it's going to remove that buff, but instead it's going to give 24% defense, a shield, and also some extra, damage here. It's doubled for Greed Scavenger. So basically you're going to want to use Urge to Kill first. Once you have your stacks fully built out, then you're going to use the Greed Scavenger ability, and so he's going to deal a ton of damage. And then just to finish up here, his ult, in terms of like the percent right here, it's actually, I think it's the highest in the game. If we go take a look at some other hunters here, this box is like 3.8. Sayo, skills, hers is like 1.7. I know it lands a few times, I believe. Emma's here is 1.8, but that lands a few times, I think. But anyway, so I think that HWANG DONGSOO, yeah, he just does a good amount of damage here, so he is one of the better hunters in my opinion, especially against any bosses that are weak to wind. I'm pretty much using him in a few of those cases. And I think the things that you want to level up, but yeah, some of his abilities, his weapons. And then last thing here before we do the playtest is artifacts. There's a couple things you could go here. I have the ultimate ability set. This is the almighty set. So this is just increases his ult by 40%, which you can imagine that thing is going to hit pretty hard since it does the most damage anyways in the game, his ult. And then what I'm basically looking here, or what I'm looking for here, is defense, defense penetration, and wind damage. So got defense on the helm, or the hat, whatever you call it. Got defense on the chest with a couple of defense rolls there. Crit rate obviously is kind of like the second thing you should be going for. This has crit rate and some defense, damage increase isn't bad, and then defense on the boot. So that's really what I was going for. If you guys don't have the almighty set, I believe you could also just go the crit set. This one's not bad as long as you get those substats for defense, defense pen, and that's pretty much it. And then on the right hand side here, Viridescent's probably the way to go here. Just going to increase damage by a good amount. Or maybe if you don't have Viridescent, you could potentially go maybe like Skeleton or something like that. There's a couple options here, but I think Viridescent's probably one of the better sets here on the right hand side. And then yeah, I mean, what I was looking for is just again defense, wind damage, crit hit damage is always good, and again, yeah, more defense, crit hit damage, all that good stuff here. So try to do my best at least with this gear. I do have some decent gear pieces. I wish some of these were legendary, but we'll take the epics better than nothing there. So yeah guys, that's pretty much him in a nutshell. We can go ahead and do a playtest. I can just go to Battlefield of Trials. Now, obviously, with his advancements, if you guys have a few dupes, he is going to be quite a bit stronger with the dupes. But even without them, he's still going to be pretty strong here. So we can go ahead, even like his power is actually pretty low, but he's just going to do even similar damage to some of my other hunters here. So yeah, let's take a look here. I think the reason why his power is so low is just because I don't have his weapon. It's most likely why. And I don't have the dupes either. But for Emma and Cha, I have like the weapons and dupes. Alright, let me get a little bit up close and personal here. Do a couple hits here. Switch. So I want to use Q first. Oh, I got hit by that, but... Okay, let's just see here. So Q, then we'll get B. Okay. Switch Cha here for a second. Okay, kind of being lazy, not dodging, but see if I can switch back to DONGSOO. Okay, let's see. Here's the rock. Q. Dodge a little bit. Let's see how much his ult does. So he's about at 61%. So yeah, pretty much just did 5% of his damage, or of his health there. Sorry, focusing on a couple things at the same time here. So yeah, guys, I think he's a pretty solid hunter. Obviously, if you have the dupes and his weapon, he's going to be a lot stronger. So this isn't even his full potential here. This is just like a quick sneak peek. But yeah, and this boss right now, I don't think it has any weak elements, but especially if you're fighting a boss that's weak against wind, he's going to shine even more. So yeah, guys, I'll just go ahead and stop the playtest there. I hope this video was helpful for any of you guys that have him or are looking to get DONGSOO. Let me know if you have any questions down below in the comments, or any other hunters you might want to see. I've done some other guides on like Emma, you know, Cha, so feel free to check out those guides as well. And yeah, guys, I appreciate the love. If you do, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. That's all appreciated. Hope you guys enjoy. Take care, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.